Great to be joined today by John McDonald, we bumped into at the UK Darts Open. John, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Well, I can't miss this opportunity but ask you your views on the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight that's taking place in Vegas in May.
Yeah, it took some time coming, didn't it? I mean, it's me personally, it was inevitable that the fight would make. There was a number of stumbling blocks in the beginning. I think it's well documented. Most people know, and there's been a number of things that will still hold it up along the way. But evidently, they're both signed. I've seen the signatures, as most of us have. I've seen that they've signed to fight the MGM Grand. It will no doubt be one of the biggest grossing boxing matches of modern day. It'll be right up there with Tyson Lewis, I would think, when they met each other in the muddy at the Pyramid. Am I looking forward to it? Immensely so. Is it a few years too late? Maybe for the connoisseur it is, but at the end of the day, they've got there and they're going to box each other. So yes, I'm hoping to be there. Because it will not just be a boxing match, it will be a major part of boxing history, and it's always nice to live through some of that.
Yes, you could argue it's going to be crossover, as you said, potentially the highest grossing fight in the history of the sport, between two of the highest paid sportsmen in the world, both with immense records, both with immense abilities. How do you see the fight?
I'm a massive Pacquiao fan, but anybody that knows me and knows that the many trips I've had to Las Vegas in the past years, Mayweather is my favourite fighter. And I've no shame in telling people that. I think his undefeated record stands alone. He's boxed a very high calibre of fighter. He makes very decent fighters look very average. I think it's all in Mayweather's hands, I really do. I think the kind of style that Pacquiao has with the all action, all forward, coming forward, doesn't know how to take a backward step. I think Mayweather simply waits his moment. Waits his moment and pounces. Finds a gap, throws a punch. I won't be at all surprised if midway through the fight he stops Pacquiao. Pacquiao's in with a shot. Like, he always will be. He'll never give up. He has the heart of a lion. But I think this is more Mayweather's fight to win and Mayweather's fight to lose.
On a sort of a final note regarding the fight, there's some debate as the cost of the tickets seem to be so high, talks of £5,000, $5,000 starting price. The feeling is the atmosphere going to be there because the true fans may not even be in the hall?
Well, I think that's the case in most big fights. I think it's very difficult for the true boxing fan to obtain a ticket. That's not just in big events that showcase in Las Vegas. That's pretty much the case globally in sport, isn't it? Super Bowl, for instance. Those that follow college football, never get a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and I think that's the same in every sport. When you get to the elite level, those tickets are driven by the demand, and people that have money like to attend events. This is, as I said at the very beginning, a history turning point for both boxers. So it's obvious to me that the tickets would be outpriced, certainly out of the way of most fight fans. But then it's in the fight capital of the world, and I would say that being an event, it will be no different to any other event that takes place in the kind of the city that doesn't sleep, and that will mean that never the right people go to see it. The right people are the hardcore boxing fans that deserve to see it, and that's the beauty of television. They will get a chance to see the fight. They might not get a chance to see it live, but they're going to see it, and they're going to see a spectacle. It will be a massive event. I'm not sure whether or not the two leading pay-per-view channels in the United States have made an agreement yet. I'm still scouring the net to find out if that's a done and dusted deal. But potentially this could have an audience that you would only normally associate with the likes of the Olympic Games and maybe the Ryder Cup, stuff like that.
John McDonald, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.